Stampede.
We have professional videographers using definition modern day color analysts and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art Class C graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. My name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at broadcastsolutions.com. Out and become digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a casting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us gather your college highlight reel for just a potential scholarship, significantly less recruiting services. Got this. In addition, put together for teams, including high school club team or team.
I gave me a pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
I'm Leroy. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I coach because I like to teach the kids about being a member of a team and being energized and having fun. I love coaching with I-9 Sports because they're about having fun. They teach the kids about safety and about getting out and enjoying themselves. Coaching is inspiration.
Needed flatbed drivers for Step Deck in Conestoga with opportunity, direct deposit weekly, sign-on bonuses, paid orientation and paid clean inspections, $2,000, $2,300 based on driver's performance. New equipment 2022 and 23 trucks and trailers. Fast maintenance at our shop located at the yard. 24/7 assistance, weekly pay on direct deposit. Flexible home time, dedicated all year-round projects. Sign-on bonus, $125 per month for 1 year plus 1 week paid vacation. Travel and lodging provided during orientation and breakdown. Earning on average from $85,000 to $100,000 per year gross. Paid orientation $75 per day for qualified drivers. Looking for a better job? Join us, C1 Transportation.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out, part of the digital world. Broadcast is a broad network. For those who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bandits Softball Field. Kyle Smith alongside Kamer Zaman for another production of SBS. Kamer, it's a nice 12U travel softball game, Northwest Bandits. They've had an okay season. If you look at the Game Changer account for the Elmhurst Cougars, they have a winning percentage over 600 right now.
Yeah, and Elmhurst, honestly, these two teams have been, they're familiar with each other. You kind of don't get that too often in long travel seasons, but here's an opportunity in a professional stadium in the shadows of O'Hare Airport. Elmhurst has really had the number so far. 3-0 in the first three meetings. This is meeting number 4 between these two teams here tonight. And not many teams can say, hey, they played a primetime game in a pro ballpark. How about that?
This is where the Bandits play. This is Athletes Unlimited. Doesn't get much better than this. You've got turf both in the outfield and on the infield dirt.
It's
So
incredible.
You're going to get some of those crazy Metrodome hops. Not as crazy, but you're not going to have any divots in the outfield grass.
Not at
So
all.
you're going to get a clean hop when it goes to the left fielder. So you got to be careful running the bases today. Just because you're on second base does not mean you're going to score on a base hit. One hopper to the left fielder. They have enough time for the crow hop straight to the plate.
And you already mentioned the field surface, but we're out in the elements, and it's quite windy tonight. So you also have to keep in mind any ball that gets elevated could play havoc for anybody in the outfield. So you want to keep that in mind for any of the girls that are going to try and elevate the ball here in Rosemont. The wind could carry it a little bit, so these outfielders have to keep in mind when playing defensively with the wind in addition to the surface.
Let's give you the starting lineups. That's brought to you by SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. Leading off for the Northwest Bandits, the away team, Reese Davis. Batting second, Becca Coffey. Batting third, Gianna Maselli. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, Alex Carlson. Batting fifth, Dylan Holtberg. Batting sixth, Mia Perez. Batting seventh, Sophia Kirchen. Batting eighth, Paige Terranova. Batting ninth, Claire Smith. Batting 10th, Lexi Turfs. Batting 11, Peyton Glonek. And batting 12 to keep the line moving, Mahai Patel.
The Elmhurst Cougars, the Elmhurst Cougars will be starting with Alexis Jordanoff leading off. Jordanoff will be starting in left field tonight. She'll be followed up by number 8, Fallon Daly, and Fallon will be starting the game defensively on the bench. Hitting third will be Libby Anderson, number 23, and Libby will be catching to start the game. The fourth spot is number 27, Lexi Clandon, and Lexi will be starting at first base to begin the game. Batting fifth is number 28, Avery O'Connor. Avery will be starting the game at third base. Batting sixth is number 15, Lexi Valentine, and Lexi will be starting the game at shortstop. Sienna Kleinberg will be batting seventh. Sienna will be starting the game on the bench. She'll be pitching, my apologies. Followed by Emma Macmillan. Emma will be hitting in the 9th spot. She'll be starting the game at second base. Batting 10th is Riley Rabel. number 2, and Riley will be starting the game in right field. Batting 11th, it will be Kendall Canoose, and Kendall will be starting the game in center field. And rounding up the lineup for the Elmhurst Cougars will be Georgia Scoggin, and Georgia will be starting the game on the bench.
So Elmhurst defeated Northwest. It was a 9-6 win last week. All bets are off. It's a different field, different environment. We got a lot of wind tonight. We got that pneumonia.
Hey, that's right. It is the pneumonia going on here, and you can kind of sense it out with the cloudiness out here. And we have the sun just peeking away now beyond the clouds to our west. It's quite a unique environment. Like usually these travel games, you have some decent parks, decent facilities. Not often that you get to play in a professional environment like this.
Yeah, I wish more people were here, but I guess that they.
It's a Tuesday night. Come on.
It's a primetime game.
Yeah.
I know it's Tuesday night. Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
For some of the restaurants near Rosemont. But we do have the pneumonia weather factor. It could be in the 50s after 8 o'clock tonight. I don't know. This lovely Chicago spring weather that we have. One day it's 80, the next day it's 50, the next day it's 30, the next day it's 90. You have your jackets and your shorts ready from May 1st all the way to June 20th.
Absolutely. You have to be ready for all sorts of elements. We're in Chicago after all.
Right down the street is Chicago, Rosemont, O'Hare Airport's just down the street. And right across from us is the beautiful Impact Field, home of the Chicago Dogs. We do appreciate you watching the broadcast. If you missed any of it, hit the rewind button. You can rewatch it as many times as you would like. We're also pre-recording in both 1080 and 720p HD. Game about to start. It's one-man mechanics tonight, partner. So we'll see how good this umpire is. Usually, ball beats them. They're out on steal attempts. But depending on how good the umpire is, if it's a bad throw and you slide under the tag, they'll call him safe.
Absolutely. All right, ready to go. We're underway, and first pitch just goes foul down the third base side.
The old seeing the pitcher, see what they have, let a strike go by. It's not really the case anymore, especially for good leadoff hitters.
Absolutely.
You see a good one in Reese Davis and fouled away third base side. Little fly ball, first base side. And not going to be able to play at that time as Jordan off. 0-2 early on in the at-bat. I'd like to see a rise ball here, partner. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of worry about that only because of the wind. We mentioned elevating might be partial to some interesting bounces and interesting plays. You can right now the outfield's playing a little in, trying to gauge the situation as the game has gone underway.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. One batter up, one batter down. Ball does not go into play, so the first out of the game is a strikeout. Nice pitch on the 1-2. She goes with the rise ball. She did make some good contact at Davis, but not able to get it in play. Becca Coffey up now, the 2-hole hitter, as that's a line drive, but very foul as it goes into the stands and back into play.
Just got out in front of it. I like the attack, though. It's a really nice attack.
We talked to Lexi Valentine before the game. She is a fantastic player. Why don't you tell me some of her stats coming into this one, Comer?
Well, I mean, we kind of got the sense that Lexi's a unique individual and really ready to attack any outcome here. It looks like, ooh, got a little hesitating on the pitch, and it might have affected the swing there.
Yeah, there's no balks in softball. You can get kind of as erratic as possible. Not like baseball where you fidget, it's a ball.
Mm-hmm.
That is a ball, by the way. Even if nobody on base, a balk is still relevant in the game of baseball. The 0-2 pitch just misses for a ball.
We saw it early with the first batter, but Lexi likes to attack the strike zone, leading the team right now with 137 strikeouts. So sending a message to get the strikeouts early and often and setting the tone for the Bandits.
Little ground ball. Actually, it's a line drive right off the glove. Valentine tries to play it. So it's an infield hit. You can cancel the post-game show, and hopefully Lexi's going to be okay. She is holding her arm. Oh, you hate to see it. I thought it hit the glove mostly, but it did get some of the arm.
Yeah, that came right back at her. Stung her for sure. And she tried to get the ball into her glove and make an attempt to throw to first, but she hesitated, and it looks like it's not going to be a good sign right now. She's being attended to.
You can make the argument she's their best overall player, not just the pitcher, but also in the outfield playing defense and hitting. So
I know it's a fun environment. You'd like for her to have her pitch an inning or two, but you really need her in June and July for the playoffs. And if she's trying to play through an injury, now usually a play like that, it's more of a bruise versus a sprain or a strain. Depends. You never know. If it hits the head, it's obviously bad. But she looks okay for now. But they're not gonna be risky with it. They're gonna take her off. And that will do it for Lexi. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll take a 60-second break. She will get as many warm-up pitches as she wants. Lexi Valentine out, the new pitcher coming in. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone. So it was a late change. Valentine was the scheduled starter, but actually Kleinberg started. She is hurt. Valentine in.
Yeah, Valentine's now pitching. Kleinberg was the one who was injured to start the game. Only faced the first two batters to start.
Yeah, I think she'll be all right. You know, now some of these players are going to be playing D1 softball someday, so that line drive to the pitcher, that's a base hit to left, so runners at first and second now. And that's the good thing about a hit and run. It forces the shortstop to cheat a little bit to the second base bag, and what could have been a 6-3 putout or a 6-4 putout becomes a base hit.
It's one of those seeing eye singles. Found a little opening on the left side, and now an opportunity is here for the Northwest Bandits to strike first.
Infield fly in effect. Oh, look at that changeup. If you're scoring at home, it did hit the dirt, so technically it's a wild pitch, but I think that's one Clannon would have liked to have back.
Yeah, it's a tough play there. Obviously, a mid-inning pitching change doesn't necessarily help, but now you have runners in scoring position, only one out. You have to go for the strikeout, and Valentine's a perfect person for it.
And this would be a 30 unassisted putout, and it is. Runners advance, so an RBI ground out for Carlson. And the Cougars are still in some bit of trouble here with a runner at third and 2 out.
A little bit of damage, but in this early going, you want to sacrifice the out for the run.
Yeah, you could have put her on first base there, but I think it's way too early in the game to do that. Swung on a miss for a strike. Maybe in a playoff game, single elimination style, you might have walked the cleanup hitter with 1 out, but in a special game like this, it's kind of a friendly almost.
Yeah.
No need to be very Sparky Anderson with the the managing tendencies. 1-1 the count now.
It's kind of helpful here. You don't want to have too many runners on base. Dylan Holtberg is one of the sluggers on this Northwest Bandits team.
Close pitch. It's not a major league strike zone, by the way. It's a softball on each side of the plate. In some softball tournaments, you'll consider that a strike, but in a game like this, they kind of want more of a tin cup strike zone. That was right there, and it's a strike, and that will do it. That was actually strike 3. So we go to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 in favor of the Bandits here on SBS. Bottom of the first, 1-0 the score on the RBI ground out. Still plenty of softball left. We're going to play 7 innings tonight or till we get to 8:45.
like the timing rules. You don't want it to be too dark out.
And for Major League Baseball, we don't have to worry about the timing rules anymore with the new pitch clock.
That is true. That is true.
Pitch clock speeding up the game. Defensive alignment that's brought to you by SPS. Perez in left. And we'll see if she gets any action for the Northwest Bandits. Swung on and missed for a strike.
Got Sophia Kirchen on the mound for the Elmhurst Cougars.
She is one heck of a ball player. Look at that. Got her with the slow fastball. Changed speeds on her in the 5-3 put out for the first out of the inning. Not really an eephus pitch, because she definitely changed speeds. You'll know when it's an eephus pitch, but yeah, she got the batter, the leadoff hitter, and Jordan off out in front of it. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Fallon Daly. Are you surprised a lot of the outfielders are playing so shallow?
Yeah, I mentioned that at the outset, just because of the wind, but I think they're trying just to make the simple contact at this point during the game.
Ball 1 to Daly. Shortstop. Almost in shallow right now. Barely even with the bag. Ground ball to second. And it's going to be bobbled. E4.
That was a tough play. You gotta get the ball in the glove and out.
That was definitely a slow roller. That's one of those plays you might want to barehand. But when it's like a 2 to 3 hopper like that, it's really hard to barehand, especially at this level. But it is an error because it was hit right to her. If it was hit 2 steps or 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, it would have been a hit.
Absolutely.
Right at her, it's an error.
Absolutely, and then you have the adjustment of playing on this turf.
Steal attempt, good throw. Did they get her?
Yes, out.
They got her. That's caught stealing. 2-4 on the putout. So the E4 goes for naught, and now Elmhurst is down to their last out in the inning. What a throw. That was right on the money.
It's right on the money. Great timing. Allowed for the second baseman to apply the tag in enough time and ensure the out.
So Kirchen has not given up a hit this inning. She's great at changing those speeds.
That was an excellent pitch. As you mentioned, that little changeup there.
It's
2-strike count now.
from this angle, it just seems like she's just lessening her delivery on the fastball. Because changeup, usually it bites down in the strike zone. That's definitely right in the strike zone when she throws it. But you would be right. When we're from left center, people from behind home plate can check it more than we can. But that's a nice looking pitch. The way she changes speeds. 1-1, Kirchen on the mound. High fastball, and this will be an easy 1-3 put out to end the inning. So the Cougars get a base runner, but they can't do anything with it. We go to the top of the second. It's 1-0 in favor of the Bandits here on SBS.
I'm Leroy. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I coach because I like to teach the kids about being a member of a team and being energized and having fun. I love coaching with I-9 Sports because they're about having fun. They teach the kids about safety and about getting out and enjoying themselves. Coaching is inspiration.
Back to the action, top of the second, RBI ground out. We hope that Kleinberg's going to be okay. That was a nasty line drive right at her arm. She got a piece of it with the glove, so a little bit of the inertia off the glove to the arm helped lessen the blow, so to speak. But other than that, yeah, she only lasted 2 batters because of the injury.
Yeah, that was tough. It's kind of, especially with, we're not quite yet in the summertime here, and with the wind, it's going to sting a lot more than it would, say, if it were in the 70s or 80s as opposed to like the mid-50s that it is now.
It's going to be a lot of defensive changes, by the way. So if you're wondering why I'm changing, who's at short, who's at third and whatnot, it is by design, not by accident, as they want all the players to play different positions tonight. Fouled away as we're getting towards the bottom of the order now. What are you doing? Okay. 0-1 the count. Mia Perez at the dish.
All an acclimation process of trying to get the adjustments and familiarity between pitcher and batter.
High for ball 2.
That was a strike. Called it a little bit high.
Umpire missed that one. All right, if you have to change the bat angle, it's usually a ball. So Northwest has the lead partner, but they're having trouble getting the ball in play. That's now their 3rd strikeout of the day thus far.
All it takes is 1. That's what they got right now. We want to add to it, but it's going to be tough with Valentine on the mound.
That is not a foul tip. That is a pass ball if anybody was on base. But luckily for the catcher, nobody on base. 0-1 the count. Shortstop also playing shallow. Strike 2.
Kirchen just a little late on that one. And that's what the timing, that's the good thing that Valentine does, is switching up the timing, switching up the opportunity here. Now ahead in the count, she has the opportunity to throw whatever she wants.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 up, 2 down via the K. That'll bring up Paige Terranova.
Valentine just adding to the strikeout total that she has amassed so far throughout the season.
3 already today, and that wasn't even close to being on contact with that swing. Or did they say that she checked it up?
She checked it up.
Okay, 1-0. I thought she went around, but umpire said she didn't.
That's a strike.
It was a late call, but it was right down the middle, and strike 1 indeed is the call. Valentine definitely in a rhythm right now, partner. She looks good on the bump.
And that's a good sign, especially given the situation that happened early in the game. Losing a starting pitcher to injury, able to pick up the rest of the squad, and even on the deficit as well.
2-1 the count. Everybody shallow except first base. Ground ball to the pitcher. It's a little one-hopper and a line drive throw for the 1-3 putout. 1-2-3 go the Bandits. We go to the bottom of the 2nd here on SBS.
Needed flatbed drivers for Step Deck and Conestoga with opportunity, direct deposit weekly, sign-on bonuses, paid orientation and paid clean inspections. $2,000, $2,300 based on driver's performance. New equipment 2022 and 23 trucks and trailers. Fast maintenance at our shop located at the yard. 24/7 assistance, weekly pay on direct deposit. Flexible home time, dedicated all year round projects. Sign-on bonus, $125 per month for 1 year plus 1 week paid vacation. Travel and lodging provided during orientation and breakdown. Earning on average from $85,000 to $100,000 per year gross. Paid orientation $75 per day for qualified.
Bottom of the 2nd, as Elmhurst trailing by 1. I kind of thought it was going to be a slugfest today, partner, but right now it's a pitcher's duel.
so far, there's just limited attack on offense as Lexi Clannon takes the first pitch for a strike from Sophia Kirchen.
Kirchen, one of the 2 aces on this team. Woo! That was close to an Etha's pitch.
That was real close, but you gotta chase that one. I'd hate to be in the box and want to chase that pitch.
It's like, she's so great at it. She goes with that Jenny Fitch, really fast delivery, and then the little,
And there it is right there for strike 2. Oh, strike 3.
That was strike 3, yeah. Elmhurst has done a little bit better making contact with the ball. That was their first strikeout of the day. That'll bring up Lexi Valentine, trying to help out her own cause.
Avery O'Connor. It'll be Avery O'Connor here to Valentine on deck.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Because of the caught stealing on my book. Caught stealing 2-4. And then it was 1-3 on Clannon.
setting up the count 1-1 for O'Connor.
Like to see a rise ball if she can do it. Well, it was a rise ball, but not really a rise
A
ball.
little bit too high.
And not a lot of speed on it.
not much on it.
2-1 the count. I'd like to see a changeup on the outer part if she feels comfortable with it. See what Kirchin wants to throw here.
Oh.
Fastball in the zone. Gets it to the gap. Trying to cut it off is the right fielder. And she will. Runner at first, 1 out. And you can cancel the post-game show. That's the first hit of the day for Elmhurst.
It was a solid single right into the little gap in right center.
Were you watching that Sox game the other day where Kopech had a no-hitter in the 5th, and then he kept walking people, so they took him out after he gave up his first hit?
Got to be tough. Got to be tough for the pitcher to do that.
Like, very rarely will you see in the game of baseball or softball where the pitcher only gives up 1 hit, but only lasts 4 2/3. That's when you're walking way too many people. Do you remember that Edwin Jackson no-hitter where he walked 7 batters?
And threw over 140 pitches, yeah.
That was a unique one. Yeah. And then there was, I forget the guy for the Yankees, but he threw a no-hitter. He went the complete game, but he lost because the Yankees had like 3 errors. That was at Yankee Stadium back in the 80s. 2-0 the count. Great pitch. Right to third. They look to second. It's close. And they got her. Not the most fundamentally sound play there. You'd like your second baseman to get that, not the shortstop. So it's 5-6 on the putout and 2 dead with a runner at first.
Yeah, you got to be communicating out there. Shortstop and second baseman got to communicate on who's going to get that ball. But the most important thing is they get the second out and they get the lead runner.
And that's dangerous, too, because that's the runner's bag. A little slap hit. Bobbled to first, bang, bang play, and they get her 1-3 on the putout. We go to the top of the third. It is 1-0 in favor of the Northwest Bandits.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Back to the action at beautiful Bandits Stadium. Along with Conver Zaman, I'm Kyle Smith, Kara Lentz on TD duties, Chris Angela on videography. Your favorite softball memory, you can text it to 330-957-7653, high school, college, or the pros. It's a great sport. If you're on summer vacation, if you're a high school or college kid watching the broadcast, get into umping. Are very quick. Top of the third as the Northwest Bandits up 1-0. That was via an RBI ground out by Alex Carlson. Swung on and missed for a strike.
Claire Smith leading off the top of the third for the Bandits. Trying to get out in front. It's going to be hard with Lexi Valentine out on the mound.
We've only seen 2 hard hit balls, so that was way high. It's a pitcher's duel today, and it's surprising because it's not ideal weather conditions to pitch. Got a lot of wind. My hand isn't freezing right now, but it's not like great either.
No.
Right there for strike 2.
It's not ideal for mid-May for sure, but hey, this is a Chicagoland area.
You know what? Like, I'll deal with this over like when you live in Miami, and it's 98 degrees on June 1st. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Good job on the rise ball.
It's 4 strikeouts for Valentine of the last 5 batters. It's incredible. She's showing how dominant she is with strikeouts, as she already had come in with the 137 on the season.
As of 2 o'clock, she was the starting pitcher But then Scott Rabel changed his mind and wanted her to be that super reliever like we saw with Kopech with the White Sox in there for a ball. And then obviously Andrew Miller during his Cleveland Guardians days.
Got Lexi Turfs up at the plate.
Yep, Glonek on deck, Patel in the hole. Wind up in the pitch. Swung on a missed strike, too. Is it time to consider bunting? We now got the 11-hitter and 12-hitter coming up.
It's still a little bit early, and it's still a tight game. I would say maybe towards the 5th inning, you might want to consider that.
Swung on a missed strike 3.
You might want to wait until Valentine's out of the game.
Yeah,
He's dominating.
She's not going to pitch that many innings because it's a non-playoff environment. It's not a tournament. This should probably be her last inning, but yeah, she is on fire today. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Here we go again. Rinse, lather, repeat. Rinse, lather, repeat.
Peyton Glonek is doing the same. Trying to make contact, but not successful at it.
Missed, ball 1. If you're just joining us, top of the first, Becca Coffey scored on the RBI groundout from Alex Carlson, and that's where we stand right now. Swung on again, strike 2.
Dominating pitching performance so far. She's keeping this game a one-score game.
Swung on a miss, strike 3, and that will do it. She strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Can Elmhurst scrape by a run? We'll find out. You're watching.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids.
And leading off for the Elmhurst Cougars, down 1-0.
I'm surprised. Like I said, I know it's hard to hit the ball, but it's also hard to pitch the ball in conditions like this. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good luck hitting that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the exact analogy to Shingo Takatsu because he actually threw an eephus pitch, but it's kind of like an eephus. It's so unnatural. You expect that Jenny Fitch rise ball, and then just the little dinky pitch that Rowan Gardner threw in Rookie of the Year.
And it's a tough adjustment to the eyes, too. You're looking for one pitch and expecting another.
Ground ball to short. It's bobbled. And that'll be an E6 and a leadoff base runner for the Cougars.
Took the eyes off the ball and cost the leadoff runner to reach base.
So you can consider a hit and run in here as we're getting towards the end of the batting order, but at the same time, no leadoffs. So it is harder to advance runners on the hit and run versus baseball. Little foul ball back to the backstop.
Riley Rabel at the plate now with the chance to tie the game. The runner on with nobody out.
They tried stealing, but Perez and the other people they used behind the plate. They got her at second base. They're going to try it again. Another good throw. It's close, but the one hopper allows the base runner to steal in McMillan. And now runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Great job timing by Emma McMillan. She came in leading the team in stolen bases with 38. Probably the best person to have on the base paths in this situation with a one-run game.
Little line drive past the third baseman, played by Maselli. They send her, does the third base coach, and Scott Rabel, he knows his softball. He sends her home, and we're tied at 1.
Hard hit ball hit into a perfect spot, and you have the best base runner on your team. Perfect formula to tie this game up.
1-1 the score.
Kendall Canoose now at the plate. Takes a hack at a ball low. I think they're getting into the mood of trying to take the lead here, take the advantage of the opportunity that's been given with the leadoff error, stolen base, and then a hard hit to left.
Yeah, errors, they're going to kill you. As that's right down the middle for a strike. Scoggin on deck, and then we'll go back to the top of the order. That's the difference in this ball game. It would be 1-0 if not for the errors. That's 2 errors right now for Northwest. That's the little things, right, in softball. These teams are pretty evenly matched, but when you don't make plays on defense, that swung on a miss for strike 3. But when you don't make plays on defense, it does allow the opposition extra outs, which means extra opportunity to score runs.
Georgia Scoggin now stepping up to the plate.
There's a huge gap right now in left center. I'm pretty surprised by that.
You can see they're going to play in at third because of the bunt, and there's slow roller foul.
You'd like to see Holtberg get to that ball a little bit quicker because if it hits a rock or something, comes back into play, that's a fair ball.
Exactly. You have someone on this team here who loves to bunt in Scoggin. So that's why you want to play a little bit in, get Holtberg to play a little bit further in.
She does like to pull the ball because, like I said, I'm kind of surprised by the left center gap. Swung on a miss for another strike. She's down in the hole 0-2. One of those choking up scenarios. You'd love to at least get the runner to third base in Rabel. Try to get it to first or second base. Fly ball. That will not get the job done. Kirchen calls for it, uses 2 hands and catches it. F1 on the out. And now they have the runner in scoring position with 2 dead.
Huge opportunity there, gone for naught, and now it's up to Alexis Jordanoff to get the lead for the Cougars.
She grounded out to third in her lone plate appearance. As it's high for a ball.
Perfect opportunity here to take the lead for the Cougars.
Need something to the gap if you can. That's to the right center gap, and it's going to drop. That's definitely a hit. It would have been a tough play in center. They missed the cutoff man, and the runner in Jordanoff gets to second base. So if you're scoring at home, that's a single and then advances on the throw. It's an RBI for Rabel, and Kirchen, she is human after all.
Human after all, now just going to get a chance to talk it over, and looks like we are going to have a pitching change. Kirchen's going to come out of the game, and we're going to have a new pitcher here.
So Kirchen goes to the bench.
For the Bandits, and looks like Becca Coffey is going to come in and try and finish off this third inning.
We'll stick with the action. Coffey in, as it's 2-1 in favor of the Elmhurst Cougars, their first lead of the day.
It's been a strong inning, you know. We mentioned with the errors can capitalize. That's what happened. You had the leadoff batter reach base on an error, take second on a steal. You have the hits parade keep going on, and it's been promising here for the Cougars.
And that's kind of the difference between 12U, 14U, 16U softball. 14U, would that ball been caught? Probably. 16U, most likely. 18U, absolutely. So it is still a hit. But as we progress in age level with these players, if she touched it, which she technically did, it did hit off the glove and then the shin, it would have been considered an error. At this level, it's a base hit. That was a nice piece of hitting, though, where everybody was thinking left center gap, and then she went to the opposite gap with the piece of hitting. Valen Daly will try to get the job done. Not the pitch that she can drive over her head for strike 1.
Big opportunity here for Coffey to get out of the damage, get out of the inning with just one-run deficit and hope to get back into the fourth inning and either tie the game or take the lead.
Little number to short, bad throw. First baseman can't get off the bag. We're going to score a hit, and she'll advance to third on the air. So it's an infield hit, an E3, and the run scores, unearned run, and that makes it 3-1 in favor of the Cougars.
Tough play, but you got to make a strong throw to first. And I think the wind might have played in.
Right, yeah. Maybe a play you might want to eat, considering Coffey's one of your better pitchers as well. But that's the other thing about younger level softball. You will see for runners at first and third, they try to do that steal second and then go home play, as that's high for a ball. Maybe that was in her back pocket thinking, well, if I eat it here, runners at first and third, then we get second and third off the steal, then we're still kind of in a pickle. So if I try to get the out, we're out of the inning. First baseman, I think, should have gotten off the bag quicker to catch it, so that's why I set E3 in there for a ball. But you're the official score. So for that play, I set infield single E3. What say you?
I kind of agree with it. It's going to be a bang play at first. The first baseman just got to have a chance to make a play on the ball, and then I allowed the runner to get to third because of there's a strike there. It's tough. The first baseman's really, like you mentioned, got to get off the bag to make the play.
First base open, 3-0 the count now. Actually, it might be 2-1. Swung on a missed as Kara has 2-2. Q, what do you have?
A 2-2.
2-2, so I was wrong. First time in my life I've been wrong. Times 100. 2-2 the count. Runner at third. Nice pitch. And that's one of those times, partner, kind of the unwritten rule of softball for your catcher. Squeeze that ball, help out the umpire, frame that pitch. The unwritten rule of softball, if you drop it, makes it harder for the umpire to call a strike.
Got to do what you can to coax the strike call out of the umpire.
3-2. As it's a ground ball to third. Will it stay fair? They play on. Nice throw.
They called a foul. They called a foul. Umpire with the late call foul.
Man, you got to call that right away if you're an ump. But, yeah, I mean, he was waiting on it. Remember, if all it's got to do is cross over the bag and it's fair. So it was regardless if it had crossed over and then gone foul, it was still a fair ball.
That's one of the tough things when you only have one umpire making a ruling like that.
Yeah. Right there.
Ooh.
Just missed.
Wow.
That was a nice frame, too.
Yeah.
The batter and Anderson couldn't believe it either. She's like, what? I go to first? Thank you, but I don't think so. That's when you're an umpire, you second guess yourself. Oh no, did I miss it? 3-1 the score. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. 3 have been scored in this inning as plate umpire calls strike.
Yep. Don't believe that pitch counted. So Lexi Clannon has a little bit of a breather there to reset at the plate.
Lexi struck out looking her first plate appearance. Shortstop in shallow. That's Valentine. Sorry, Kirchen.
Runner's going to take second there on that play.
Went off the catcher's glove. You had a better read on it than I did. Clean steal?
Clean steal. She was going on that one.
Okay. Definitely not, defensive indifference because you're down 2 runs.
Exactly. Beautiful pitch right in the zone.
Good frame, too. I'm shocked by this. I want you to comment. Why do you think they have such a gap in left center?
We haven't seen a lot of elevation towards, as that ball rolls down, we haven't seen a lot of elevation pulled. I think the only hits that we've seen high in the air went to right center. We had a line drive that was more of a pull shot. We haven't seen anything elevated high to the left center gap. So I think that's why we've seen this there.
Line drive bobbled, but it should be an easy play, and it is. 3 unassisted on the putout, and that does it. But the damage is indeed done. 3-run score for the Cougars. Their first lead of the day. We'll see if the Bandits can answer here on SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. It's been a fun one. Top of the fourth, it'll be Patel and then the top of the order. As Lexi Valentine will get one more inning of work at least on the evening.
She's been dominating so far since she's come into the ball game. Struck out the side in the third inning. She has struck out 6 batters in the game so far this evening.
Text line still open. Your favorite softball or even baseball memory to 330-957-7653. Patel trying to get the job done. A lot easier said than done. 6 strikeouts thus far for Valentine. She has been superb.
Oof.
That's not going to get it done. Way too high on the swing.
Eager to make contact. I think after giving up the lead now, you're trying to play from behind and try and get on base, and not the best swing on the first pitch.
In the dirt for a ball.
I think that Valentine was trying to coax another one, a wild swing out of Patel, but disciplined enough not to go for it on that one.
Cougars getting the bullpen ready. Lexi with a nice pitch, but outside for a ball.
Got Kendall Canoose tossing just to our right in the third base side of the bullpen there.
Nice pitch, and she got it on the outside corner, 2-2. That's a huge call. The OPS goes up, 100 points? On a 3-1 count, goes back down the 100 points when it's 2-2.
Yeah.
And Patel, the switch hitter, will now bat right-handed.
Got to take any advantage you can get.
Good swing at it and fouls it away to the first base side.
A little bit late, but made contact.
We do have some interesting human interest stories about these players, and we're going to tell them to you in a minute. Meanwhile, 2-2 count on Patel as we're in the top of the fourth. High fastball, and good job on the rise ball. It's so hard to lay off that on 2-2. It looks like it's going to be just below the ribs, so you swing, and then it just rises up. And all you got to do is just kind of just extend the hands and try to fight it off. 2-2 to Patel. See what she can do here on this at bat. And an excuse me swing.
More of a defensive swing than anything. I think the pitch just completely caught her off guard.
Pitch coming up, Patel at the plate. And she lays off for ball 3.
Disciplined at bat. Went down early. Now come back. Full count.
Chris White. Ground ball, first base side, fouled away.
Contact is there. It's a little bit late. It's just adjusting to the timing of the pitch. She was early on the first few swings. Now she's catching up little by little.
It's good at bat. Probably the best at bat we've seen of the day. Patel off the glove. Dangerous lumber. And with the dangerous aluminum, she gets on first base via the hit.
That one might have been a repeat of what happened earlier in the game with Kleinberg. Comebacker right to the pitcher.
Look, I get it. We want to have aluminum because we want kids to get more hits, but this is the problem with it. If that's a wooden bat, it's probably a little shallow line drive that the pitcher catches. The aluminum, more velocity, more exit velo off the ball, and that's the problem with aluminum bats.
Valentine's going to stay in. Umpire's talking to her and wants her to test out the arm, make sure everything's good. Giving the opportunity to the pitcher just to test it out, see how it goes, make sure you're completely okay with resuming play.
Just because you bat last does not mean that you're batting last because you're struggling at the plate. There are interesting circumstances. People forget this. But when Burley threw his perfect game, Jason Bartlett went to the All-Star game that year, and he was the 9-hole hitter. As that's in there for a ball. Imagine Burley, he's tired, he's going for the perfect game, and he's got to go up against a 300 hitter for out number 27. 1 on, 1 out. Actually, 1 on, nobody out. Interesting decision by Valentine. She could have gotten the lead runner, and I'll let you call it. I thought it was a little...
I think you take the sure out. You don't want to risk it. We saw that earlier on the other side when the Bandits were playing defensively and they had a little bit of miscommunication getting the lead runner. And I think with a 2-run cushion, that kind of gives you a little bit of leeway to go for that batter.
Good piece of hitting that time by Coffey, but it's fouled away. She has an infield hit, and she has the only run of the game. Carlson, well, the only run for Northwest, and Alex Carlson with the only RBI for Northwest. The Northwest Bandits, they're from the Pingree Grove, Hampshire area. Not pronounced Hampshire. They get angry when you say that. Line drive into first, and an error by the right fielder. So a base hit and a run scored for Patel. Rounding second, she'll get to third easily. Here comes the relay, the potential Little League home run, and it is, and the Northwest Bandits tie the game.
Seeing eye single, and we mentioned at the onset, playing on this surface can cause a little bit of trouble because you might not be used to playing on a full field of turf. The bounces play differently. You have to approach it differently. We saw it there. The right field just missed the bounce, and it rolled all the way to the wall.
It's so different playing on grass. And like I said, these fields, these Little League fields, these Park District fields, those little fields at an elementary school, they don't always maintain the grass well, as that's a little ground ball to short, easily played. Throw is right on the money to first for the 6-3 putout. But you're so used to playing in the outfield in the grass, bad divots, you trip on a divot, a little hole, like that little dirt. And now you have clean turf where you get different bounces than grass. Right fielder not used to that, and an error, and we're back to a tie score. Great pitch, but missed for ball one.
Alex Carlson at the plate. Opportunity here just to capitalize on a great inning so far.
Little three-hopper to third, and that's bobbled. Ill-advised throw, and she did make a turn to second. And so Carlson had to hurry back to the first base bag. That's an infield hit at the 12U level. Even at the 14U level, probably a hit. As we get to high school softball, maybe an error, but for 12U, we'll say an infield hit.
Rabel had an opportunity there. I think she just struggled to get the ball out of the glove.
Shows bunt, and it'll be a throw to second on the steal attempt. It's a good one, and Carlson in there with the stolen bag. Two outs, and decision time for Rabel. Does he want his outfielders to shoot it to the plate if there's a base hit to the outfield? High for a ball.
Got to be careful here with Holtberg at the plate.
Only plate appearance, she struck out looking. I'm sorry, we're Carlson still.
Still one of their stronger hitters on the team at 450 coming in.
Yeah.
A little bit late and foul, but made good contact.
Got to be ready.
Got to wonder if the comeback that came off of Valentine might have played, psychologically in effect.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice hit to right field, but it was a one-hopper, so it was a clean error. Yeah. There would have been runners at the corners. To first base, is it fair? It is not. Foul. That's one of those things, as you learn as you get older as a travel softball player, field it as if it were fair and step on the bag emphatically. It's not foul, it's fair. It's been fair the whole time. Usually the umpire won't buy it, but you never know.
Got to do what you can to convince. That's a foul ball there. Got a little bit of a tip.
I always think of, what was it, Game 6 of the 2004 ALCS where A-Rod slapped at the ball. Remember that?
The purse? You mean the purse? Where he slapped at the purse?
Who was on the mound? I think it was Tomlin for the Red Sox. Little slap hit over to right field and
foul.
Just out of play. Final reminder for the text line, your favorite softball memory, 330-957-7653.
Lights are on here in Rosemont. About to take full effect. Still a little tiny bit of sunlight peeking through.
Ground ball, first base side, fielded cleanly, and that does it for the inning. But the damage is done. A Little League home run from Becca Coffey, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. We're all tied at 3 here on SBS. Bottom of the fourth. What a game it's been. Couple of errors, and it's cost both teams dearly. But you got to shake it off and find a way to get the lead back if you're the Cougars.
Got Avery O'Connor to lead off against Rebecca Coffey, still on the mound for the Bandits.
Avery O'Connor, she had a base hit and then was thrown out at second on a fielder's choice. Little fly ball, and it goes off the netting. 0-2. Coffey is a left-handed pitcher. No, she's righty. I'm sorry. She was like looking like a lefty for a second. 0-2. Just missed. Good idea on 0-2. Try to raise the ladder, but O'Connor was not fooled.
Got to coax the batter to try and go out of the zone, get out of the comfort zone and try and get that strike.
1-2 the count. As it's a fly ball, pop fly over to first base.
Just out of the reach of Patel there at first base.
1-2, Valentine on deck, Kleinberg in the hole. Ground ball to third, and it's fouled away past the bag. Swung on a miss, strike three. Avery O'Connor strikes out as Valentine will come up next.
So we mentioned Valentine, strikeouts aplenty, but she's also quite a strong hitter. Slugging .546 coming into tonight's contest. She
Nice
takes
pitch.
the strike.
0-1. Getting a little bit chilly.
The sun's not here to comfort us anymore.
No, it is not. It was a beautiful day all day, and the softball gods were not with us after 6 o'clock. The softball gods giveth, and they taketh away. Outside for a ball.
What if there's a little bit of an intimidation factor here, given the way Valentine pitched, and now she's hitting, and Coffey trying to adjust to somebody who's quite a double threat for the Cougars?
Good pitch, hit out to the outfield, but an excellent jump on it, and a fly out to center for the second out of the inning.
Great job there by Carlson to make the catch in center.
And was she in center at the last inning?
Yes, she started in center, benched to the second, but has been back out since the third.
So she's making up, I'm not going to say a mistake, but maybe one she should have had in center. She dropped, but that one, big time catch in a tie game.
Exactly.
McMillan on deck, she reached on an E6. Good pitch, but missed for ball two. Bullpen, very active right now for the Northwest Bandits.
We're going to have a little bit of a conversation here on the mound. A little strategy session here. You're getting towards the latter stages of this game. Tie game, 3-3. You want to make sure every pitch is delivered in the right spot. You want to be careful not to allow an opportunity to the opposition where, like we saw in the top half of the inning, one mistake led to another, and we're in a tie game here. The swing of momentum can sway so often in the game. You want to be careful with every opportunity.
This could be a walk-off win for the Cougars. Back and forth we go. It might be whoever has last ups. We thought that Northwest wasn't going to be able to come back. They do. 3-3 score now. Good pitch. Man, that did not miss by much.
Very good call there, strike.
Whew. He called a late strike?
He called a late strike.
Okay. It was definitely not right after the ball was caught, as that's a foul ball, third base side. 2-2. What do you want to throw here? A changeup?
I would probably try and throw changeup maybe a little bit away, given that you have Kleinberg who's just attacking.
Fastball outside corner, and she slaps it over to left field for a 2-out base hit. So the Cougars starting to get it going with the bats. They were a little quiet to start off the game, and then after the double by Rabel, we're starting to get in a little bit of rhythm here if you're a Cougars fan.
Emma Macmillan at the plate. Go ahead run at first base with 2 out.
Some information on the Cougars. We talked a lot about Lexi Valentine. She has 9 triples on the year. She loves to cook. She loves her pasta.
Yeah, we heard that earlier with the pasta.
Riley Rabel, so far the player of the game for the Elmhurst Cougars. She goes by the nickname Bill. That's in there. It's in the dirt for ball. Now we got to ask Scott Rabel, the head coach, obviously her dad. Is that named after Buffalo Bill or Wild Bill or Bill, like she's got a lot of dollar bills in her pocket?
Maybe she's expecting a lot of dollar bills.
like she's already a stockbroker at the age of 12.
Yeah.
Runner at first and 2 out for the Elmhurst Cougars. Line drive, first base side. Will it stay fair? It will not. I do love me some Jason Benetti, but I do miss Hawk Harrelson at times. Stay fair, it won't. Runner at first, 2 outs. Cougars trying to get the lead back. Little slow-moving ground ball to shortstop. Fakes to second, throws to first. And they just got her. Bang, bang play at first. We'll look at that after the game on replay. But for now, the umpire says out, and that's all that matters. We go to the top of the 5th. It's a tie score here at the ballpark in Rosemont on SBS. Top of the 5th. If you're wondering where tonight's game is, it's right in Rosemont. So if you're in the area, if you're in Des Plaines or Park Ridge, just drive over. It's an easy drive, free parking. The Parkway Bank Sports Complex Dome is right next door. So if you get a little cold, go to the Dome, get some hot chocolate or coffee, and then come back to the game.
Dome.
Way too high. And it's ball 1.
Mia Perez leading off this top half of the 5th inning. And still curious to see that Lexi Valentine is still on the mound pitching. As we enter this 5th inning, she's had to carry the load.
Yeah, she's been fantastic today. Ugh. I thought a ball, partner. What do you think?
A little bit high, but you have to be considering Valentine's been touching the corners pretty much all night tonight.
Right there, strike 2.
You have to sometimes as an umpire, you have to give the benefit of the doubt if the pitcher's hitting the right spot.
Just consistency.
Yeah.
If you've called that in the first inning, you got to call it in the 7th inning. Pitch from Valentine, good frame, but missed for ball. These catchers are really good. You'll see sometimes at the younger level you see the catchers that try to move the glove back into the strike zone. No, move the knee and just place it with the glove. And these catchers are doing a nice job of that. Fouled off the foot. She didn't even move. She just tough little youngin. That's taking one of the team. That's taking one for the team right there if I've ever seen one. 2-2. Tip it, drop third strike, and a 2-3 put out for the out. 1 up, 1 down. It is a K. Here's an interesting stat for you, Q. In baseball, you can have 4 or more strikeouts in an inning because of the drop third strike.
Yeah,
Same thing for softball.
Technically, you could, if a pitcher plays a complete game, you could have 54 strikeouts.
Right. Technically, you could throw a no-hitter with 28 or more strikeouts. Finley, 3 different times he had 4 strikeouts in an inning.
It's incredible.
I don't know what to think about that. Did he have some bad catchers that were bad at catching the ball, or did he have interesting tidbits?
Sophia Kirchen at the plate. Big cut there.
It's not a baseball field. They're pretty young to get it over the fence, but we got some athletes here tonight that I wouldn't be shocked if it happened. 0-2, and it's fouled away to the backstop.
And again, with the wind playing, I think it's cooled down just a little bit, but still, like, if you elevate the ball, we saw it, there was a ball that got out to mid-right center field. If you make good contact and elevate the ball, you probably get it out of here.
3 back-to-back Ks. Rinse, lather, repeat. That's the story of Lexi Valentine today. You either hit it hard or you don't hit it at all.
Exactly.
There's no in-between tonight for Lexi Valentine if you're at the plate. Ground ball to first.
Off the glove.
I say error, but you're the official scorer.
I say error only because she made contact on the ball. And I think the tough part is you have to be in front of it.
Right.
I think she was just leaning a little bit away from the ball.
You'd like to have her do that basketball shuffle to the right, get in front of it, alligator style, pick it up, and tag the bag. Swung on a miss for strike 1. But that's a case too. If you're the pitcher, if you're Valentine, you got to sprint to first base, because if the first baseman doesn't see you sprinting, as that's pop fly out of play. If the first baseman doesn't see your pitcher sprinting to the bag, they might panic and try to overdo it, try to do everything on their own, and that might have happened at first base there. It's always a team game. You're always thinking in the game of baseball, game of softball as well. Oh my goodness. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And a steal indeed. That's what I thought it was the 3rd inning. I was wondering why she'd throw it down to second. That's the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 3-3 tie here on SBS.
I'm Leroy. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I coach because I like to teach the kids about being a member of a team and being energized and having fun. I love coaching with I-9 Sports because they're about having fun. They teach the kids about safety and about getting out and enjoying themselves. Coaching is inspiration.
Here we go.
Got Claire Smith to start this bottom half of the 5th inning, pitching for the Bandits. Smith One of the interesting things, especially when you're a young person, learning different languages. And at 12 years old, I had trouble learning one language. She's already learned how to count to 20 in German.
There you go.
Can you believe that? I'm amazed by that. I couldn't have counted to 20 in a different language at that age.
So who's up for the Elmhurst Cougars?
That'd be Riley Rabel. Riley Rabel leading off the bottom of the 5th inning in a tie ball game.
High for a ball. One of the few extra base hits. The actual extra base hit.
The true extra base hit. Yeah.
Not the single and then advancing third. And that's the only issue with playing shallow. If it goes past you, it's basically a home run. Now, if you have speedy outfielders and they can get their, recovery speed to back it up, if it gets past you, maybe a double, triple instead of the home run. But those are the issues with playing shallow, as both teams have done tonight.
Low strike call.
Running out of time. We are on a time limit, but we will at least get to a full 7 innings.
It's been a good pace so far, I feel, especially with the way the Valentine pitched it and those top halves of the second and third.
It's hard to believe these girls are only 12. You'll see Little League softballs, a lot of stolen bases, wild pitches, pass balls. We really haven't seen that.
The talent ability here is incredible.
Good pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3.
Good outing for Claire Smith as she comes in relief.
Kanauzi now at the plate. To give you some information here on the Northwest Bandits, we talked a lot about Rebecca Coffey. She really likes the office. Now, they didn't tell us, is it Ricky Gervais's office or the Michael Scott office?
I think we're going to go domestic here. We're going to keep it with Michael Scott.
That's fouled away. You probably knew this, but did you know that the guy who plays Dwight Schrute, Rain Wilson, he grew up in Evanston?
Yes,
yeah.
I've seen him around the local area. Yeah, he's a local product.
And Nick Offerman grew up in Minooka.
Big Cubs fan?
Oh, no. Another one? There's too many. Let's get some more Sox fans. We got to even it out a little bit. In there for a strike.
It's a good pitch there by Smith. She's delivering some good. Oh, that was a strike 3, I believe.
Yeah. We're having too much fun talking about anecdotal baseball stories. Scoggin up now, and Jordan off on deck. In there for a ball. That's one if you're the catcher. With nobody on especially, you'd like for her to switch that glove, try to get that chest protector out to, push at the ball. If there's a runner at first or second, it's a wild pitch, and then the runner is even more in scoring position.
I think Maselli now back behind the plate after having been in left field is a very good adjustment, and got a base hit to right.
I like it. When you're up, your right fielder can kind of cheat up to make that catch and dive. Tie score, you just have to let it be a single and live to another day.
Exactly. Even though it's a tie game, you have 2 outs. You don't have to really create an opportunity for the other team to take advantage of, make a single into a double or a double into a triple.
Yeah, there's just too much risk, not a lot of reward for diving for the 3rd out. She also got a late break on it. Nice pitch.
Alexis Jordan off at the plate. There's a quick throw to first, but we're getting close. The opportunities are dwindling. Bottom 5. You only have a couple more innings left. You have to make the most out of those chances.
Don't go anywhere. The post-game show brought to you by SBS. Coming up next. Stolen base attempt. Did she catch it and get the tag down? She did. Close play, but she was under control when she made the tag. And after the 2-out base hit, it goes for naught. Top of the 6th. It's 3-3 here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Look at that beautiful airplane here in Rosemont, Illinois.
Yeah, we're right in the shadows of O'Hare Airport, one of the world's most busiest airports. Great setting here for some softball tonight.
One time I missed my Blue Line exit, and I almost took a flight to Rosemont. O'Hare when I wasn't expecting it. I got off trying to find my car. This isn't where I parked my car. Oh, this is O'Hare. I do not have money for a plane ticket, so I will get back on the Blue Line and get to the Rosemont stop.
A little bit of a delay here as the coachers had to get out there. Lexi Terse will lead off for the Bandits as Kendall Canoose is now pitching for the Cougars.
Line drive over the head. Lead off batter on. And the Northwest Bandits in business.
First pitch, see the ball, hit the ball. Attack the new pitcher. Lexi Valentine's out of the game. Attack the new pitcher. I like that strategy.
You would almost think it's an automatic bunting situation, but we'll see what the coaching staff for the Bandits want to do. He went after it. It was an offering on the bunt. It is a stolen base, and the runner in scoring position with nobody out.
It's the opportunities we're talking about. How are you going to attack, especially after Lexi Valentine's now out of the game?
Now, the first baseman's pretty deep. It's not outside the realm of possibility to push that bunt to the first base side. Offered at it. It's in fair territory. No choice but to go to first. As Glonek gets the job done. 2-3 on the sacrifice bunt. And now that's going to bring the infield in, you would think, for the Elmhurst Cougars.
You have to bring the infield in. Tied ball game. Top 6. But that's some great strategy there.
If you want to get overcomplicated with it, you could put Patel on first to have a force out. That's what they're probably going to talk about the mound. Because you would have a force out at second. If you get that nice little ball that goes right to the second base bag, second baseman touches the bat, then fires it to first. That's a risk, though, because if you don't get the double play, she scores. But at least you would have the force out at second. But remember, it's 12U softball, not 18U. So it's harder to, if the opposition, if the Bandits try to do that first and third steal play, it's harder for kids at this level to execute. Either you fire a second tag and then fire to home, or you throw it to the shortstop, and then shortstop fires a home to get the out.
And that's all happens right there. The coaching, you have to, prepare for every outcome in this situation in a tie game.
Swung on and missed. She's a 12-hole hitter, but she doesn't look like it, partner. She has had some nice hacks at the plate.
She had that one long plate appearance where she kept making she got behind in the count, but quickly got back, forced the 3-2.
She's a switch hitter in the dirt. Runner goes, and Northwest retakes the lead. Wild pitch if you're scoring at home, and Turf scores for the go-ahead run.
Manufacturing runs any way possible. The hit, stolen base, the bunt, the wild pitch.
Well, you could say the pressure is a little bit more off now for the pitcher. Line drive in the corner. It's going to split the gap a little bit, and that'll at least be a 2-bagger. Getting into second in the double is Patel. She'll stay on the bag. And she's batting 12th tonight, but if she keeps hitting the way she's hitting, they might have to put her in the leadoff spot.
Making solid contact there and got almost all the way to the wall, got to the warning track, and Rabel quickly just getting the ball in to prevent Patel from trying to get to third. It's a strong double there.
Turfs, she pretty much was the lone man show to score that run. She had the leadoff single, stole second, and then advanced to home on the wild pitch. Look, nobody likes losing consecutively to teams, so I'm sure that Northwest thought about it. They lost last week to Elmhurst, and they want a little bit of revenge here in Rosemont.
They want revenge. They haven't come up with a win in any of their 3 previous meetings so far this season, and be a nice feather in the cap to get a win in the lights here in Rosemont. Come from behind effort too.
Good news if you're an Elmhurst fan. Top of the order coming up for the Cougars in there in the dirt.
Don't think Patel saw it because there's a lot of foot traffic. So couldn't get a good read and didn't make a chance to go to third on that play.
So I want to ask you this question. You've been around baseball and softball more than me. The unwritten rule of baseball, softball, that's a fly ball. It will just barely stay on the infield dirt for the second out of the inning. But I wanted to ask you the unwritten rule of baseball, softball. You don't want to make the first or third out at third base.
Correct.
Do you agree with that, or if you have the right type of base runner on second base, stay aggressive?
I say in a situation like this, a 1-run game, we're in the latter innings of the game, you don't want to make that last out.
Right. And if Patel had run to third on that wild pitch thrown out, doesn't look great either. As that's fouled away first base side. Oh, you got to dive for that. Come on now.
Oh, that's difficult.
That's why
you can't brag that you got the ball. I'm sorry.
That is exactly why you don't wear sweatshirts to the softball game. It detracts from your athleticism to get over that net, catch the ball. Come on now. Sweatshirts are for football, not baseball.
Count is evened up here for Rebecca Coffey.
Maselli at the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the day as that's fouled away first base side. Sorry, Coffey's at the plate.
Coffey 2 for 2 tonight. Scored twice.
Line drive.
Foul ball.
Just foul.
Solid contact.
All right, partner, you're the Elmhurst Cougars. If you shoot it to the plate, runner's going to get to second base back in a scoring position, but if you cut it off, run scores, you're down 2. Are you shooting anything to the plate to try to nail that runner?
You got to do whatever you can to get that lead runner out.
It also depends where the ball's hit, too. If it's hitting the gap, unless you take that nice loop around to crow hop to the plate, it's really hard to throw somebody out from second when it's hit to the gap.
Yep.
High ball.
I think with Patel, we saw that Patel was a little bit hesitant. The last batter up, didn't make the attempt to go to third. Kind of not being aggressive there on the base paths.
Line drive, it stays fair, and it's past the left fielder. That will score Patel. In there for a double. She's thinking 3. Here comes the cutoff. Stand up, triple. Well, she's a little late dive. But there was no play at third, so we'll call it stand-up triple.
Stand-up triple for Coffey, and that's excellent. It was a line drive hugger and a big insurance run for the Bandits.
That was all Patel, man. She came in there fighting in that 12-hole spot with 1 out, made something happen, got to second base on the double, and gave her teammate a chance to drive her in.
Now we have Maselli up.
Becca Coffey.
Oh, this is Maselli here. Coffey was the one that did the triple.
Well, I was just going to say, Coffey with the triple and the infield hit, so she has a run scored and an RBI today.
Yep.
Maselli grounded out to short and reached on a base hit. Fouled away. It was 1-0 Northwest and 3-1 Cougars. Now 5-3 Northwest. Only problem for Northwest, Elmhurst gets 2 more at-bats. You only get 1 more chance.
This is why these insurance runs are huge.
Missed. It's off the glove. She scores. Me personally, I would say pass ball. It is 12U. What say you, partner?
Wild pitch as that ball kept elevating.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for the catcher to get out of the crouch and make the play.
It was definitely a ball. It did go off the mitt. That's a pretty mean pass ball, though, so we'll say wild pitch. Little ground ball, third base side. 6-3 the score. 5 unanswered runs for the Northwest Bandits. If you look at the box score, Coffey would be kind of the person you'd give the player of the game to, but Patel in that 12-hole spot. I mean, it's got to get you to the pitching staff when you got the 12-hole hitter up and she's 2 for 2 with a 2-run score.
2 runs scored, yeah.
Yeah. It's just keeping the line moving. She's doing a great job of it. Fouled away to the backstop. This is the biggest deficit of the game for the Cougars. Missed in the dirt.
Kind of notice the stance by Maselli. Interesting thing about Maselli, I don't know if you have Amazon Prime at all. Oops.
I do.
Table it for a little bit later.
We'll talk about it in the bottom of the 6th. That does it for the inning. It's 6-3 in favor of the Bandits here on SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Claire Smith still on the mound. So we kind of teased it to break. So you were saying that, what were you saying exactly?
So Gianna Maselli,
Yeah.
who was the last player at bat, she's third base right now. For those of you who are familiar with the Amazon Prime series, the adaptation of A League of Their Own movie into a TV show,
Yeah.
apparently Miss Maselli was a stunt double for for the character Marla Hooch. It's incredible.
That is awesome. Very cool stuff. Right down the middle for strike one. We're going to give you some information about Patel as well, because she is just a phenomenal 12-hole hitter. Fouled away, first base side.
Jordanoff with good contact there.
Daly on deck. She's had a pretty decent day. Hard ground ball to second, that was bobbled. And then her second at bat, she reached via the infield hit. Got to get base runners to get back into this game. The 0-2. Just missed. Ball.
Cougars have really only had that one strong inning, the third.
Right.
They haven't had anybody reach second base since then.
It's really interesting how we haven't seen any walks all day. You've had to earn your way to first base. Great pick at short. Good throw. Got her. 6-3 on the putout.
Excellent job, Reese Davis over there at short.
Would have liked to see her get in front of that ball a little bit more, but that was a nice pick nonetheless and a fantastic
You're
throw.
in the right spot, the right time,
Right,
picking
yeah.
it.
Right, yeah. A little bit more shuffling action. Or do a little loop around to get to the ball.
Not everybody can do the Derek Jeter style and
Right.
add a little flair to their throws.
Fouled away. Yeah. You ever seen the movie The Other Guys?
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg he accidentally shot Jeter.
That's why he gets demoted.
0-1 the count as the Elmhurst Cougars trying to get back into this ball game. They did lead early on. It was 3-1, but 5 unanswered runs by the Bandits. Outside for a ball.
Fallon Daly at the plate against Claire Smith. Bottom 6. It's getting late, early, right?
Right. We used to have 7-inning games for Major League Baseball fouled away during the COVID days. The 7-inning doubleheaders. Here's some information on, and they actually pronounce it Mahi Patel. Mahi Patel, 3 hits in her last 3 games, and you've seen it today. She's a switch hitter and an accomplished musician.
Creating a lot of good music off the bat tonight.
Thank you, Q. Are you here till Tuesday? Try the veal.
I mean, we're not too far away from Zanies and Rosemont, right? It's just beyond the right field wall.
Are you the king of dad jokes, or do your friends have better ones?
I think you might top me on them.
I've got some terrible dad jokes, and Kara has heard one too many of them over the years. 1-2 the count. It's fouled away by Daly. We saw a home run, but it was the Little League home run as an error in right field. It's difficult, man, when you're used to playing the outfield on grass and you got this nice turf field. It's completely different.
That's completely turf.
Right. Line drive. Good break on the ball, though, and it's caught in right. 2 up, 2 down, as the Cougars are down to their final 4 outs.
Excellent job just camping under the ball, waiting for it, and in the right spot to make the out.
So Libby Anderson, I believe she has the only walk of the game. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. Clannon on deck. Cougars need at least 2 base runners to make things interesting.
Can't get 1 or can't get 2 before you get the first one.
Fouled away. One hopper to short. Decent throw, right on the money, and that does it. 1-2-3 go to the Cougars. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 6-3 in favor of the Northwest Bandits.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Top of the 7th, it's been a fun one. If you missed any of the action, just hit the rewind button. And if you're wondering what Sports Broadcast Solutions is, we're a broadcasting network for everyone. We've done travel ball. We did the West Suburban Baseball League Championship games a couple years ago. We do junior hockey, high school, college athletics, semi-pro, adult league softball, AAU basketball, and everything in between. For more information, just go to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Send us an email, and we'll make sure to broadcast your next sporting event.
Going to the top of the 7th here. And even though they're trailing 6-3, having fun in the outfield. Fallon Daly, Riley Rabel, and Alexis Jordanoff, we're all practicing their Cristiano Ronaldo see you celebrations.
For all those years I umpired, travel ball especially, the most exciting part of any game is the bottom half of the inning. Especially softball, where they have all the different chants of the dugout. Always gets exciting. I think I was umping a game once, and a travel team was up 12-0 or something, and then they lost 15-14. Look, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility for the Cougars to put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 7th.
Entirely possible. They need to make sure they don't give up anything here. Carlson with the ground ball.
Slow-moving ball to third. Close play at first. They got her. Good throw to get Carlson out.
Bang, bang play. That was really close. And again, it's tough when you only have one umpire.
There is no tie to the runner.
No.
If in doubt, she is out. You either beat it or you don't.
Yep.
Especially with one-man mechanics.
Dylan Holtberg at the plate now.
Ball. I always wondered where that terminology came from. Tie goes to the runner. And then when I went to an umpire clinic, absolutely not. If in doubt, she's out. You earned that bag.
Yep.
Swung on a miss for a strike. It's tough doing a game by yourself. Softball, you don't get as many base hits, and it's a smaller field. But man, when you're doing high school varsity by yourself, oh boy.
Brutal.
Swung on a miss. I'd still rather do that than high school varsity basketball. I still have no idea if it's a charge or a block. And I'm like, in the stands doing play-by-play for the games, I have no idea. Imagine like the NBA level. These guys are going, 80 miles an hour on the court. Darren Collison, was an All-American track star at UCLA, running up the court. He runs at LeBron. LeBron takes the charge. I have no idea what it was.
Nice
line drive to the outfield.
Gap.
It's going to split the gap. She's got to get it in quick because that happened earlier in the game and it was a home run. It's going to be Elise a two-bagger, and she stays at second, does Holtberg. And the Bandits are in business again.
Holtberg a little hesitant, rounding the bag at second. And just as she took a couple steps off, the ball was right at her. Had to be careful because Lexi Valenti was ready to apply the tag.
Talked a lot about Carlson. She came into tonight tied with the team lead with 2 home runs.
Lexi Turf's at the plate now. Or excuse me, Mia Perez. Apologies.
You blew it.
got a little bit ahead of myself there.
You blew it, man. What was that, Ernie? Oh, nothing. See you in class, Miss Vaughn. You blew it. It's just one of the greatest movie lines of all time. It's a line drive to the outfield. All right, partner, you're up by 3 runs, but you know it's clearly going to be caught in right field. Would you consider tagging up and trying to force the throw to third, or just try to live another day?
Live another day. You have the lead. There's no need to gamble it, and then you put all the momentum in making that third out.
Right. Maybe if it was closer to the first base line, maybe you consider tagging.
I still would not risk it, because then you give the third out, you give a little bit of a positive boost.
Right.
And then you have the Cougars coming up needing 3 to tie and 4 to win.
Just missed. Usually if with that changeup, you want it down in the zone. You don't want to hang it like that. Terranova on deck. Kirchen, she struggled tonight. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. See if she can make the difference here. Outside for a ball.
She did well pitching.
She did. Coffey and Kirchen, man, that was that 1-2 punch tonight.
Yeah.
But the bottom of the order has been fantastic for the Bandits. We talked about Patel, but then, Turfs. She did everything. The base hit, stolen base, and then got to home plate on the wild pitch, and that was the go-ahead run. Yes, she did. Strike 3. It has just not been Kirchen's day at the plate. 3 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Cougars need 3 to tie and 4 for the win here on SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. Good evening, everybody. We're in the bottom of the 7th. It's been a fun one.
Mahi Patel coming on to close it out. She's had quite the game at the plate. Now she's going to close it out, try and earn the save, get the W over the Cougars.
And she's got the right part of the order to do that. We do have the middle of the order, but they've struggled at the plate.
Lexi Clannon to lead off.
Outside for a ball. Not much doing for this middle of the lineup. Clannon, 0 for 2. O'Connor, 1 for 2. And 0 for 2, Valentine reached on a fielder's choice. It's been pretty non-existent for the middle of the order. Missed. Ball 2. Oh, you got to wear that, kid.
Gotta
ice.
get on base. Any means necessary.
Got to show off that black eye. show off that black eye to the restaurant. Show off that shiner. 2-0. Down 3 runs, probably not a green light here.
No. Got to make her throw a strike.
Good frame, and it was there. Wasn't the best pitch. It was on the outer part, but a good frame by the catcher for Northwest. O'Connor on deck. 3-1 count. As it's fouled away. Might have been ball 4. But
good contact.
If for some reason the Cougars get a couple of base runners, no need for Patel to panic. Just get an out. 3-2, trying to avoid the leadoff walk. Little liner, soft one to the third base side, and it trickles out of play.
Staying alive, making contact.
It's getting colder.
There's no sun. There's no sunlight. We're in complete darkness. The lights have taken full effect.
You know, the Beatles song was Here Comes the Sun. Tonight was Where Was the Sun? 3-2 the count. Little soft liner past third base, past shortstop, right in between the gap. And it's a base hit to lead it off. But I think that's what Patel wanted. Anything but a leadoff walk.
Yeah. Made her earn it. You don't want to give up a cheapie and 3-2 pitch and it just drops right in.
Gets into your psyche a little bit. The more balls cross home plate, you start thinking about it too much. This little duck snort base hit.
Brings up Avery O'Connor.
Miss for a ball. No way they're going to steal down 3.
No, you don't want to, again, first out, third out,
Right.
You don't want to necessarily make that.
Right, but this is a situation where Northwest has to be careful. If there's a runner at second, the third baseman's got to play back or they're going to try to steal a base on you. Ball.
Just missed.
They're going to let Patel work her way out of it. No bullpen action yet. And she's earned it, man. Great at the plate, keeping the line moving. See if she can get herself out of it. 2-0, runner at first, nobody out. Swung on and missed for a strike. Maybe if it was a tie score, she would have attempted second, but past the catcher's mitt, and the leadoff runner in Clannon stays at first. Valentine on deck, Kleinberg in the hole. Still ahead in the count, 2-1. Little soft liner, and can't make the catch, but she had to tag up on a close play at second. And I like the idea, partner. You're up 3 runs. Yes, you could have gotten the out, but if that's an overthrow, now it starts to become more of the damage.
Kept it, didn't get a great job catching that, but the ball dropped right in front, so it didn't allow an opportunity for the runner to try and go to third.
Now the damage is done now. If that happens again, it would be an infield fly and automatic out. Third baseman a little shallow, just in front of the bag. Not a terrible idea if you're Elmhurst to consider a hit and run here.
Contact is foul.
Tried to first and third her with that swing as the pitch was on the inner part of the plate. 0-1. Normal defense. We're not at the no doubles defense yet. In the dirt. And she goes. Both runners advance, and now things getting a little interesting. That's a wild pitch if you're scoring at home. First base open, but for the Northwest Bandits, they just want to get an out.
Exactly, get the out first.
It is kind of enticing, especially if Patel falls behind in like 3-1, for example, you put her at first, and Valentine, now you have a force at every base, but if it gets to the gap, it's a tie score. Inside for a ball, 2-1.
3-1 there.
Oh, it's 3-1, sorry.
Yep.
I blew it. See what she wants to throw here. You'd probably like something on the outer parts, have her reach for something, and have a 3 unassisted put out. There it was, but she missed. Ball 4. Well, I mean, that's what's cool about these situations. It's not a tournament setting. It's not it's a regular season game, but it's not like a normal regular season game. It's like a fun thing. Patel's earned it. See if she can fight her way out of it and get the save. They're going to talk to her.
Yeah, I got to talk to her. Yeah. It's rough. You know, you load the bases, and now you have the game-winning run stepping to the plate. So you have to be very, very judicious in what pitches you throw.
She does. So Patel puts the knee brace on, and we'll see if that helps her with her pitching motion. Force at any base. Third baseman playing a little shallow. Everybody else deep. Try to get the lead out if you can, if you're Northwest. Gets the benefit of the call there, partner. I thought I saw the catcher move her knees.
A little bit benefit.
OPS goes down. Come on, ump. No, it was close. It was a good frame. Oof. Just laid off.
I like the pitch. I like the location. You want to throw it a little bit outside. Force Kleinberg to want to commit to swinging.
A fly ball to the outfield could advance all the runners depending on where it's hit. Close. That's the problem without having a second umpire.
Yep.
I don't think she went regardless.
No,
but
she didn't go, but that was discipline right there, not to think about swinging.
Base on balls is an RBI. Miss, 3-1.
Oof. Now you have to really throw something right at the heart of the plate, I think. You can't.
Yeah.
You have to do some sort of contact at 3-1 here. Otherwise, you walk in a run, and then.
Yeah, the line keeps moving.
Yeah. Right there. Good pitch.
Close. I don't think the umpire liked that the batter was walking towards first for the walk. That's like a pet peeve of some umpires.
Yeah.
Stay in the box. Wait for him to call it. 3-2. Ground ball. It's a slow-moving one. Bobbled. Infield hit. That's the one that Patel probably should have had, partner. It was just too much of a tough play for the third baseman to make.
That's a little bit of no man's land right in the middle of between the pitcher and the third baseman. And now the Cougars got one of the 4 that they need.
Still nobody out.
Emma Macmillan is now at the plate. And the game-winning run is at first.
Swung on a miss for a strike. If McMillan gives up another run here with nobody out, even if you're up by a run with nobody out, you could consider playing infield in. It's weird, though, with nobody out, you'd like to at least get some outs, for a double play chance, but you also want to get that runner at the plate. Little fly ball, it gets over the shortstop's head. Everybody advances one base, and it is now 6-5.
Station-to-station baseball or softball here. And now the game-winning runs in scoring position.
Base hit, if it's hit to the right part of the ballpark, would win it for the Cougars. Anything over the outfielder's head, including turfs, would end the game.
Riley Rabel could be the hero.
Oh, you got to wear that kid. Get that hit by a pitch, RBI.
Rabel's driven in a run, scored one as well.
Her dad's the third base coach. Can she do it for Dad? She already has a double tonight. It's to the outfield. This will score at least one. It's indeed caught. They tag up. Tie score. It's not a tournament, partner. In a tournament, you'll probably see the coaching staff for Northwest do the old appeal play at third base. In a friendly game like this, probably not. And you had a good angle. It looked like she tagged up.
She
cleanly.
tagged up, and it was a deep enough spot.
It's a good relay, though. Runner can't advance to third. Base hit would win the game, though. Here comes Canos. She has not hit it into play yet. 2 strikeouts on the day. Great piece of hitting by Rabel. High for a ball. And decision time for the Cougars. You don't have to send her on a base hit because you have another out to work with. Ground ball
Good
to
contact,
first.
going to first. Oh, there was a chance to go for 2, and guess Patel just wanted to get the quick out.
That's a tough play, especially for a lefty, to turn around and throw it to third base. Maybe you go to second, but really it's either first base or third. I don't think you think second on that kind of play.
And now here comes Georgia Scoggin.
Well, a million things can happen for her to score. Well, no balks in softball, but a
No
wild
balks.
pitch, pass ball, you name it. In there for a strike. Patel fighting her way through it. They really haven't hit the ball that hard.
One thing I keep in mind, even though there's 2 outs in a tie game, Scoggin is good at bunting.
Right. Would they do the suicide squeeze? We'll see. Just barely got a piece of it. It's on the ground. Close play! And she's safe! And the Cougars win! Cougars come back in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 7-6 victory. How about that? In the most unlikely way possible. A pop single to second base can't be caught. And the infield single, the blown save for Patel. You hate to see it, but really, partner, she pitched okay. They didn't really hit the ball that hard.
It's hitting the right spots and different places on the infield, but great comeback by the Cougars. 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th to walk it off and steal a victory. By all means, they stole this one.
So Scoggin with the RBI infield single. We'll see who we get. We're going to make it a surprise. We're going to let Kara decide who we want for the postgame show. But that does it for our play-by-play broadcast. Postgame show coming up next for Chris Angela, Kara Lentz, Kamar Zaman. I'm Kyle Smith signing off. Postgame show coming up next on Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
SportsBroadcastSolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede.
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, it started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957.
To the post-game show on SBS. The Cougars were down 3 runs, and they had a late 7th inning rally in order to come back and win 7-6. The person who had the winning RBI, Georgia Scoggin, joins us now. And Georgia, we were just talking briefly, but going into the bottom of the 7th, down 6-3, what was going on in the dugout? What was being talked among the team?
We were all just trying to cheer each other up and try to get us those 3 runs to win, because we've gone against this team multiple times and we didn't want to lose for the first time.
When you went up to the winning position or the wins on third base, what's your head and take us through that?
I try to think of nothing because I'm an overthinker, and if I do think, I'm like, what's going to happen? I don't know. So I was like, well, you got to swing at whatever.
It sounds so easy.
Yeah, if you don't think, pretty easy, but I think this game is more of a mental game than a physical.
Specifically with you personally, what have you improved most on this year in your play?
I think I've gotten a lot better at hitting, and my fielding has gotten also a lot better thanks to being on Cougars.
What do you think this team is doing now well in order to make a run in the playoffs?
I think that if we all have each other's backs, then we can really accomplish anything that we put our minds to.
We'll go enjoy the win. So much.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for the post-game show on SBS. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Welcome to the post-game show on SBS. The Cougars were down 3 runs, and they had a late 7th inning rally in order to come back and win 7-6. The person who had the winning RBI, Georgia Scoggin, joins us now. And Georgia, we were just talking briefly, but going into the bottom of the 7th, down 6-3, what was going on in the dugout? What was being talked among the team?
We were all just trying to cheer each other up and try to get us those 3 runs to win, because we've gone against this team multiple times and we didn't want to lose for the first time.
When you went up to the plate, the winning position or the winning runs on third base, what's going through your head, and take us through that winning play?
I try to think of nothing because I'm an overthinker, and if I do think, I'm like, what's going to happen? I don't know. So I was like, well, you got to swing at whatever.
You make it sound so easy.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't think, it's pretty easy, but I think this game is more of a mental game than a physical.
Specifically with you personally, what have you improved most on this year in your play?
I think I've gotten a lot better at hitting, and my fielding has gotten also a lot better thanks to being on Cougars.
What do you think this team is doing now well in order to make a run in the playoffs?
I think that if we all have each other's backs, then we can really accomplish anything that we put our minds to.
We'll go enjoy the win, Georgia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All All right, that's going to do it for the post-game show on SBS. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.